Guys, I'm Draco, this is Gatorbox, but guys, guess what? It's that time of year again. It's Extra Life time. And that can mean only one thing. It's time for the Gatorbox annual Extra Life Marathon. This year is number 10. I'm officially out of fingers to count how many of these marathons that we've done. Next year, I'm going to have to, invent a new numbering system. I'm going to have to count in binary or something like that and hold up, like this or something. I don't know. We're at the 11th one. It doesn't feel like we've been doing these marathons for 10 years. Actually, it kind of does. It kind of does. Kind of does. But I can't believe it's already been 10 years. And I am looking forward to it. Emporio, thank you for the resub. Let's get this party started. I should point out that all of the Twitch pennies and resubs, all that stuff, we're going to count that up at the very end. And I'm going to donate that on behalf of you guys. So that'll be one more big donation at the end of the marathon. So keep that in mind. Any Twitch pennies that you guys cheer, any subs and resubs we get, any gift subs, that's all going to go into the pot. I guess as well as the advertisements that Twitch runs whenever you try to tune into this channel, like the pre-roll ads. We got like 49 cents from those last year or something like that. We got something really minuscule, so we're gonna dump that inside the pit too. We've been doing these for 10 years now, and it doesn't quite feel like yesterday, right? You know how people say, "Oh, it only feels like yesterday" whenever we started doing this or whenever this happened or whatever. It doesn't feel like yesterday. Given that same analogy, it feels like a couple weeks ago at least. You know, it doesn't feel like we just started. It feels like we've been doing these for a while, but it doesn't feel like it was only yesterday. So, we first started doing Extra Life in 2013 when I was invited out to participate at the official Extra Life event headquarters at the Rackspace building in San Antonio, Texas. And we were there for 2013 and for 2014 and had a blast. We were featured on the big main Extra Life stream at one point. I had to watch my mouth whenever we were doing that. Couldn't be dropping F-bombs whenever we were live on Extra Life. But then for 2015, they didn't go back to San Antonio, Texas. They moved their headquarters somewhere else for a couple of years. That's what they do. They have their event headquarters set up in different places so that they travel around. And I thought it was cool that we got to do it from San Antonio for a couple of years. So that was a good experience. I had a lot of fun. And from 2015 onwards, we've been doing the marathon out of the Extra Life or the Gatorbox set, wherever that is located at. So we've been to multiple apartments as well as this place, and we've been doing it ever since. And we have raised over $6,500 for Driscoll Children's Hospital, by the way. Across our 10 years, we've raised over $6,500. Last year's marathon brought in $2,600. We really smashed that goal. We destroyed that goal, actually. I think our fundraising goal was only $1,000, and we completely obliterated it. We just it was beaten. We reached our goal within the first couple games because we got all of our donations in. It was all front loaded, so we got all of our donations in, and I was like, "That's it." I remember playing Star Fox, and I was like, "I don't care about the timer or whatever. I'm just flattered that we got all of these donations in right now. Let's take some time to read these donation messages and so forth and so on." So maybe that'll happen again this year. Maybe the donations will be more spread out. Maybe we'll get all the donations at the end of the marathon. Who knows? Who knows? Only one way to tell, and that's to tackle this marathon. So I would like to point out that. Let me reload my donation page. So, you guys know I always kick off the donation pot with by adding up the ad revenue and other stuff that the Extra Life videos from years gone by make on YouTube. So I keep I tally up all that separately in YouTube analytics compared to everything else on the Gatorbox channel. So I don't think I need to explain it. I've done it like many years in a row, so I think you guys get it. Ever since we did our second Extra Life Marathon, this has been tradition, so there's nothing new here. But the donation that we came up with was $28.31 from previous year's marathons making money on YouTube over the past year. Give or take, maybe a little bit more than a year, because I kind of... YouTube changed up their analytics thing, and it became a real pain in the ass. So I may have just like ballparked it for the sake of convenience. So it might be like a year and a half. So I might be double dipping. And then we also have a $4.20 donation from regular Magical Unicorn with no comments, just $4.20. That's what I'm talking about. Thank you, regular Magical Unicorn. I appreciate it. We are raising money for Driscoll Children's Hospital. I guess I should point that out. For the 10th year running, we're raising money for the Driscoll Children's Hospital place in Corpus Christi, Texas. And the reason for doing that is because back in 2004, they literally saved my brother's life, FPS Reflex. He's been a guest host on this channel a few times. He lives in Dallas now, so like it's not easy for him to come down here and be a guest host. He lives like 8 hours away, so it's really inconvenient. But he's gotten on with his life, and he drives monster trucks for a living and works on trucks, and that is a dream of his. And that is a dream that would be left unfulfilled if Driscoll Children's Hospital wasn't there to help take care of him and give him the surgery, the life-saving surgery that he needed back in 2004. So it is my desire to want to raise money for Driscoll Children's Hospital by being good at Mario, so that they can do for another family what they did for mine. And we've raised over $6,500 for them over all these marathons we've done, and that is just phenomenal. I would like to see how much money we raise this year. Since we raised $2,600 last year, I figured I could set the donation goal at $2,000 instead of just $1,000. So we'll see how it goes. I know last year maybe was a bit of a fluke with the big turnouts, just because we built up so much momentum, and I don't wanna jinx it. But we're just here to have a good time and to goof off and raise some money for some sick kids. So that's what we're here to do. I would say it's not about the money, but we are. I mean, it is a charity. Whenever Gatorbox is not doing charity, and I say it's not about the money, I mean that, because it's not about the money for me. But for this, we're focusing on raising money for a good cause. So any money that comes in, 100% of it goes towards Driscoll. That's straight donations from the Extra Life page, or Geek Boy, thanks for the resub. He says, "Go Extra Life." Hell yeah! Thanks for 29 months, man. I appreciate it. So that's another $2.50 that's going to be going towards Extra Life at the end of the marathon. So yeah, and then Geek Boy, just in time. That's a good thing to point out. I make $2.50 off of every sub on this channel. So every sub we get is going to be that much money towards Extra Life at the end. And then all the Twitch pennies that we get throughout the marathon, I'm gonna tally those up at the end and I'm gonna add all those up and just make a donation again. I know Twitch pennies are kind of passe. They've kind of faded out of the popularity spotlight on Twitch. They're not really a big thing anymore, especially because you can't get them for free. You haven't been able to do that for like years, so whatever, they still support them on Twitch, so we're going to still donate them at the end of the marathon if we get any. I don't know if we will, because nobody uses Twitch pennies anymore. So I made the sign, I made the bit sign and everything else, and now it's just collecting dust. That's all it's good for. It's just collecting dust. Welcome to the marathon. We're gonna have a great time. We've got 12 hours of video game speed runs and challenges today, and then same thing tomorrow. I kind of put the harder games on tomorrow's schedule so that we can really fuck up the schedule. We got Tailgater, we got Shovel Knight, we've got MC Kids, and MC Kids, we're going to have the Trial by Fire Challenge, which is going to be, well, you guys will see. But we're going to bring back cheeseburgers and hot sauce again. So, that's what we're doing. Spend of the Dead, thanks for the 100 Twitch pennies. He says, just to show you they're being used. Oh my god, yeah. There's not a thing anymore. Twitch has like those pinned messages now. I don't know how those work, but I really stress you guys don't do the pinned messages thing because I don't get that big of a cut from those. I think it's like 70-30, I think, is what I get. But if you want to do that, just donate on Extra Life, and I'll be able to read your donation message there. And that'll be like pinning it super pin, because then I'm going to actually read it on the air. Anyways, that's enough chit-chat. That's enough chit-chat. We're already running beyond the schedule, what I put on the schedule, so let's go ahead and get this show on the road. The first game on the marathon is going to be Blast Corps for the Nintendo 64. It is a game by Rareware, their first game for the platform, I believe, and it was before Rare hit their stride. So this is the game that came before Banjo-Kazooie, that came before Conker, that came before GoldenEye, that came before Diddy Kong Racing. Before they had all those mega hits, they had Blast Corps. And if you've never seen it before, it's a game unlike any other. It's a lot of fun, it's challenging, and we're about to tackle it as our debut flagship game this marathon. Hey, thanks for checking out Gatorbox on YouTube. We really appreciate it. If you like what you saw and you want to kick around with us live, follow us on Twitch because we do this several times during the week. And if you want to support this channel, you can do so by subscribing right here on YouTube, following or subscribing over on Twitch, or even making a pledge on Patreon. Your support over the years has been tremendous. Thank you so much, and we look forward to seeing you in the next video right here on Gatorbox.